Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Let's see what the game gives me today, and we've got the Knight. Knight is a really fun one. This character is very powerful, but there's definitely some weapons here that could be quite difficult, depending on what we roll. So let's see what we've got. We've got the torch. I actually did Knight with torches as my last random run with torches, so I am going to re-roll that because I don't want to repeat Knight with torches as a random run, but Knight with hammer should be really fun. So we're going to be playing, blanking on the name of the Game of Thrones character with the hammer, but that guy. I miscounted in my last video. This is actually my 10th random run. So whether we win here or not determines whether we finish these 10 with a 100% win rate. This doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing random runs. I'll keep going with the series, but this is a nice little benchmark. If we can get 10 out of 10 wins, I'll be very happy with that. Let's go ahead and just check out the Knight's mechanics as well. So we get extra melee damage for having additional armor. We start with 3 armor, but our attack speed and harvesting modifications are reduced. So obviously we want to buy as much armor as we can get. That's what boosts our damage output significantly, but I am just going to take the luck here. When you get to start with luck like this, it's really nice. And then we're going to take another level 2 hammer. It's very hard to get the Knight's weapons all online, so the fact that we found a hammer right away and we're able to upgrade it, because Knight can have level 2 weapons show up in the shop right from the first shop, the fact that we were able to upgrade our hammers immediately is really nice for us. Small fish could help us one-shot enemies, but I think I'd rather hold out for economy items, and we'll lock this hammer and a whistle. Very happy there. Getting to 3 weapons is a pretty big breakpoint for the Knight because, as you can see, our attack speed is very poor. Hammer is a weapon that normally scales with attack speed, primarily, because it's just a very, very slow attacking weapon that does high damage. So the more attack speed you have, the better it is. But for the Knight, it's very difficult to build your attack speed at all, so the hammer is not normally going to get the thing that it scales best with. Knight also has 80% reduced harvesting modifications. We could still take a harvesting here. We would get 1 harvesting, which is, there is some consideration for just taking 1 harvesting and having that give you a little bit of value over the course of the run. But since we found an armor, I'm just going to grab armor as well. Usually you don't want to buy the harvesting, but it's worth mentioning anyways. I'm going to take the whistle here just in case we can find another loot alien, and then we'll leave this hammer locked. I will do 1 reroll to see if we can find another good item for us. And in fact, we found 2 with helmet and corrupted shard, which we're very happy with. Getting to our 6 hammers is going to be a long, slow process because we don't get that much money, and we can't use harvesting. Knight is definitely worse in the Abyss because not being able to use harvesting is a much worse penalty here. Typically, you need harvesting to fix your economy on this map because you just get less money from enemies. There's just fewer enemies and they drop less money overall than the crash zone. So you need normally to get a decent amount of harvesting to kind of offset that. Knight gets so many free stats just by buying armor that we should be okay anyways, but it is this character, which is a very, very strong character on Crash Zone, probably, if not the absolute strongest, definitely one of them, is worse on this map. I could take regeneration here. I could also take speed, which we're going to want. We've got a blunt weapon, so we're losing speed. I could also reroll and see if we get a level 2 upgrade. I'm going to do that, and yeah, I'll take 8% damage. That's pretty nice as well. Take a hammer here, and I'm going to take corrupted shard over the helmet because that's sort of an economy item. Increasing our curse means we're more likely to roll into cursed items, and also more cursed enemies means more material drops from enemies. Take the bag here, and then for 4, I'm going to take 1 reroll as well because I really want to roll into more hammers, and on wave 3, we're guaranteed to see more weapons in the shop. Unfortunately, we missed, but it is worth it to try to find them, because getting to 6 is going to be the biggest power spike possible for this character, so we just need to get our weapon set online as soon as we can. The difference between 2 and 3 weapons is massive. The difference between 3 and 4 weapons is massive. It does get a little less important once we get like 4, but I still just want to get as many as I can get early, and we'll need 6 eventually, so we want to get that faster because it increases our clear speed. I ran the wrong direction to kill the second curse alien. Unfortunate there. I should have just stayed in one place and we'd have been able to kill it. Here I could take luck or I could take armor. Both are very good. Armor's so good for this character, but I'm actually going to grab luck. Luck is really important when it's our only economy stat, especially because we just found this bag, so we get even more value from luck, because every time we drop a crate, we get more money. And another bag, of course, we will grab as well. And then let's roll. Can I get a hammer? Okay, we finally got another hammer. Lumberjack shirt, I don't really need, so I'm going to pass on that, because our damage from these weapons should be so high that we kill everything in all the trees in one hit anyways. Desperately need movement speed, and we'll buy attack speed even at 50% value, because our attack speed is quite low, but for now, we're just focusing on damage. I'm gonna kind of work my way back over to the left to pick up those materials, but I wanted to make sure that we're still looking at the rest of the wave so that we can find the other curse alien spawns if we get more. So you can see here, we're already down quite a bit of money compared to where you would be on other characters, because we can't effectively use harvesting on this character, and our clear speed is slow thanks to the hammers, just being, we don't have that many, and they're a very slow attacking weapon. So we get 50% value from attack speed here, but hammer swings so slowly that that's still a pretty huge increase to our attack speed, so I'm just going to take the 5 attack speed. That's the thing that increases our clear speed the most here. We'll take a hammer and a plant and then roll, and another hammer's great and another plant is great. So this is awesome. We're very happy with these items. That gives us more regeneration and finally gets us our 5th weapon. Then we'll go to the next wave here. Very few decisions usually to make on this character because you just want to get your weapon set online early. And you have less money, so you're doing less shopping. But you just buy all the armor that you see. Nice, got a crate alongside our 2 bags. That's a huge upgrade for this character. That really helps our economy, finding that crate, because not only is it an item, those 30 materials are super valuable, so we're very happy with that. We get a second one? Nah, that tree wasn't quite friendly enough to give us a second one, but we did kill 2 curse aliens. Ended up with 200 materials this wave, which is about par for wave 6 on the Abyss, so we're pretty happy with that. I will take the injection. Percent damage isn't that important for us, because our damage is already really high, but it does help. And then here, I want the HP, but I've got to take movement speed, and then we'll take 4 regeneration. 3rd bag. Okay, well, I always say if you ever need to win a run, just find 3 bags. I mean, why aren't you doing that? Seems like a mistake if you're not finding 3 bags every time you play this game. We're going to take a hammer and another bag and a plant and then roll. So now I really want to heavily prioritize luck because we have triple bags. So every crate we get is amazing. And we're going to roll here. I could take the Gummy Berserker for attack speed. Even 2.5% attack speed's a big deal, but it does decrease our armor, which we do not want to do. For 10, I'm going to save my money, I think. We already have our last weapon locked, so I don't need to reroll as badly. You want to reroll more aggressively until you've got all your weapons online, of course, because you're looking for your last weapons. No crate there, sad. We don't really care about this healing enemy, although it does drop some money, if it drops money at all. Usually it drops, I think, 3. Okay, did get a crate, and that was worth 45 materials, because we have all those bags, so obviously bag, best item in the game. Very happy to get 3 of them. Ooh. Oh, wow, okay. Second loot alien, can we kill it without dying? I don't think I can. I took too many hits there. So Unfortunately, because I really messed up my positioning there, I took a bunch of hits and wasn't able to get the loot alien kill without dying. So that cost me an item and 45 materials through very bad movement there. I will take this. Also, our low speed doesn't help. It's just harder to catch up to those. We're going to recycle this. And then I'm going to buy speed. The armor, of course, we want. Dodge isn't bad either, but we care more about armor. But we just, as I have said many times, gotta have movement speed, so we're going to buy that. Take the hammer and the metal here. Move speed again, very important. And I will buy alien magic, although we definitely want to increase our luck. 8 HP and 3 regeneration is just too good to pass up on. Ugly Tooth we don't really care about. I'm going to pass on that, and I'm going to roll here, but I will take a helmet. Gonna, again, need to boost my move speed, but we need to increase our armor as well. So basically, we're just in a tension point between trying to get enough HP that we don't die, and then buying move speed and armor, and we should be in great shape for this character. For 11, I'll do one more reroll, and then that's great. We could buy a Scar. That's going to be a lot of extra stats for us because we found that. So that reroll worked out quite well. And the fact that I have the Scar but didn't buy the alien magic means that we're more likely to get higher level ups. So holding off on alien magic for one wave has worked out as well. Though, of course, we'll want it eventually. If you do want to see a run with Knight with Torch, I did that as my previous random run with Torch, with Knight, I'm pretty sure, so you can just go check that video. I'm not too worried about repeating weapons in this random series because we're playing on a different map, so everything's different. And also, it's been more than a year since I did the class guides to most of these classes, so obviously my approach will be quite different. We're recycling this whetstone, by the way. But I'm gonna try to avoid specifically repeating random weapons, because obviously we've already proven that we can or cannot win with that weapon. I actually don't remember if we won that run or not. I assume we did, but Torch is a tough weapon and was tougher at the time because that was pre-buff for torches. Here I'm going to take 7.5% attack speed. Obviously, we'd be happy with a bunch of these stats, but attack speed's so good that we're buying it even at half value for this character. And then we will take the alien magic. Do I want 2 regeneration from the Blood Leech? I think for 89, I'm not going to buy that. We'll pass on landmines here as well and roll. Mace would be really nice too, but let's keep rolling. Pearl, we currently have 7 luck, and we're about to reduce it further because I will buy this mushroom. Really sucks that we keep having to reduce our luck, but that is just something that we have to do when we get efficient items. Always, of course, have to play to the items that the shop actually gives you. You can't just have an ideal scenario. That's sometimes a question I get in this kind of run where people are like, why did you reduce your luck or whatever? Why didn't you just buy more luck? And the answer is because we couldn't. That's not what was in the shop. It can be very easy, I think, to sort of get a picture in your head of what the perfect build should look like, and then when your final build differs from that, assume that that's due to errors and not due to adaptation. You have to, of course, play based on the items that are in front of you. So we're making okay money this wave, actually. 470 is pretty good for wave 9 on the Abyss. You usually expect like 400 to 450, 420 to 450, I would say, is about correct for wave 9 on most characters. So we're a little ahead here because our damage is actually quite high. So even without harvesting, our economy's keeping up. That's going to fall off in the next few waves because there's just fewer enemies to fight. We don't have anything that cares about explosion size, so we're recycling this. I will take the metal detector. We want luck. We want extra money, of course. So this is another way that we can buy economy that doesn't rely on harvesting. So anything that does that is great for this character. Let's roll here, and 15 luck or 9 speed. I'm going to take the luck because we have the triple bag. The luck is just so valuable for us. And then let's re-roll again. I'll take 5 more luck here. I could keep rolling, but the re-rolls were getting kind of expensive, so I just wanted to boost my stats without having to spend too much. I'll take Cute Monkey here. That's just healing that costs us a stat we don't care about, and we'll take Lemonade as well, and then re-roll. Medical Turret, I don't think I care that much about the Medical Turret. We've got a lot of regen already, so I don't think we need the Medical Turret for extra healing. Cyberball could be okay. Our damage is very high on our weapons, so do we actually need the Cyberball for bonus damage to wave clear across the map? It only costs 66, so we could build into a kind of a luck-based damage build as well if we get enough extra luck, so I think that's worth grabbing. Extra move speed from the saltwater is very good. This character is still just very desperate for move speed, and so when we take a hit, boosting that is nice. We'll take a penguin as well. This is only worth 1 regeneration. It's a bit expensive for 1 regeneration, but usually I think of penguin as like 3 regen, and so 56 for 3 regen isn't the best ratio, but isn't bad either. Alien Eyes, we don't care that much about, and for 18, I'll do 1 more reroll for 18, and we can lock a metal and a metal detector, which is great. Those are both items that we want very much. So you can see the Cyberball is not doing much right now. We would need to get quite a few more luck-based damage items, like a baby elephant, baby gecko to pull in materials, more luck, of course. Obviously, the pearl that we passed on would have been worth a lot of damage if we end up boosting our luck, but at the time it wasn't worth much, and this is a low economy character, so you usually don't want, when you're playing a low economy character, to spend too much effort on speculative items, on items that aren't doing anything yet but might do stuff later. You just want to spend stuff on items that make you stronger right now so that the character can just continuously get more powerful. 433 on wave 10 is very poor, by the way. This is you should be striving to get like 500 materials this wave. But because we found no crates this wave, we got kind of unlucky with our bags, and that's where most of our economy is coming from. We ended up down on economy, and we have no harvesting. Here, I could take regen, I could take armor, I could take attack speed. Our actual damage per hit is a little lower than I'd like, so I'm just going to take the armor. Then I'm going to grab the HP here because I do want to get to like 60, 70 HP. Here we will take these 3 items. Do I want the feather? We could start building dodge. This character will eventually want dodge. Dodge scales extremely well with our HP and armor and regeneration, so all of those stats work together to make us more survivable. But for 46 for 3 dodge, that's very expensive. I think I will take it, because I will eventually want to just get tanky enough that we don't have any chance of dying. But the feather, you could take or leave here, I think. Boiling water, this is 2 curse for 70, cost me an HP. Obviously, we don't use the elemental damage at all. Now, typically, I think you should just buy curse when it shows up like this. This is a fairly expensive way to buy 2 curse, but any cursed items just increase the chance of you finding a more powerful cursed item by so much that I think it's worth just buying these random cursed items. Starfish, we don't care that much about enemy damage because we've got 15 armor and our HP is good, so we're very happy with this. This is also a way that we can improve our economy that doesn't involve harvesting, so it's excellent for us. Still haven't managed to upgrade a hammer yet. Unless I've just passed on one because I'm so used to ignoring this weapon. Always possible with these runs. No crate out of that tree. Again, very sad. How about this tree? Any help? Nope. Come on, game. If you get 3 bags but then never find another crate, Can you really say that you're lucky? Four trees. We're getting... Okay, we finally found a crate. We're getting a lot of tree spawns, but they were not dropping crates. Now, our luck is not very high, so we're not, like, that likely to drop a crate from each. I think each of these probably has about a 30% chance of dropping a crate. But we definitely need to get some crates or our economy is really going to suffer. We'll recycle this here, and then I will take 3 more armor just to boost our damage output. And there we go. So we bought a random cursed item to see if we could get cursed items we care about more. And we found a cursed item we really, really want in the form of this coffee. So you can see why spending money on things like boiling water helps out a lot, because every cursed item is just so valuable. I could wait on the starfish until after the elite wave, because increasing enemy damage as you go into an elite wave, of course, is quite dangerous. But I think this character is strong enough that we can just buy it here. And then defective steroids. I do want more HP. I want more HP from the muscly dude as well. Do I want it badly enough to spend 1.5 attack speed? Yeah, probably. I think that's fine. And we don't have to only buy melee damage through armor. Obviously, it's the best way to buy melee damage on this character, because it's such an efficient way to do it. But any melee damage that we buy in other ways still helps kill stuff. Alright. So we hit this thing for 130 each attack, so we should be able to kill this elite. It's not going to be the fastest elite kill, but given that we have a lot of armor, this should be a fairly safe elite kill, I think. And decent regeneration. So you can see there we take 8 damage a shot from the elite, which is obviously not that big a deal. That's why armor is so good. You know, kill this curse alien, of course. And then let's get this blobfish so we can get another curse alien kill. Come on. Want to get all of these. There we go. Having elites rather than horde waves is sort of nice in some ways for this character, because we attack real slow, so we're not going to be that good against hordes. And also, when we pick up this crate, it's 45 materials, because we have 3 bags. So we actually got a decent amount of money wave 12, which you never do on the Abyss. 530 is actually pretty high, because after wave 10, your income per wave, if you don't have any harvesting, drops off dramatically on this map. Kraken's Eye is amazing. We're going to be taking a lot of hits, because we're a slow attacking character in melee. Lots of armor and regen, so we don't care about taking those hits. The 10 HP is great, and the 10 curse is great. So this is one of the best possible level 4s we could find. And then, do I lose 8 luck here for more XP gain? It's probably worth it still. We'll take a lemonade as well. Take 9 HP. I could also reroll for something more impactful, but I think 9 HP is fine here. Okay, we get to upgrade our hammer, because that plus the muscly dude, and now we suddenly have enough max health that we don't need to ever buy max health again. So hammer, as you can see, has 175% melee damage scaling at level 3, so it's hitting for 200 damage a swing. We'll take the muscly dude here. Padding, I'm gonna skip. We just don't need max HP anymore, as I just mentioned. Oh, wow, okay, and we get an anvil, so this is gonna help upgrade these hammers, which are very expensive to upgrade, so buying this anvil is gonna be a huge amount of bonus economy, and if we manage to get them all upgraded, then the extra armor is great for us as well. Corrupted Shard is good. I'm not gonna buy this black belt, though. We've already got plus 42% XP gain, so we don't really need more at this point. This is, I would say, a fairly clean run. Obviously, we've got some pretty good luck from the extra bags, but overall, I think we've just managed to get really strong really fast, and we're reaping the rewards of that at this point. Go ahead and try to kill this loot alien. Of course, it's a little harder to kill them with hammers because the knockback is so high. So if there's any enemies that you don't one-shot, then it's harder to kill the loot aliens. Or anything susceptible to knockback. Got that curse alien kill. See if we can get this spawner. as we punt it around the map here. Got it, and then let's go break this tree. The Cursed Slasher, I don't know that we're going to be able to finish off. I was hoping we could, because that would be worth a lot of money, but we didn't. Small Fish, this is just going to help us one-shot things more often. 9% movement speed from the compass. Again, this is why it's so important to buy Curse on this map, because every Cursed item's basically worth 2 items, because it more or less doubles the effectiveness of those items. So if you buy 1 Cursed item that doesn't do that much, and then get 2 Cursed items out of it, then you have sort of quadrupled your, or you've like doubled up on the item. It's basically the same as buying Lure. If you get 2 Cursed items out of buying one that doesn't do anything. So we will take the compass there. Another metal, excellent. Obviously, this is all stats that we want. Here, I'm going to reroll. I think we can do better. Sure, I'll take 2 more armor and then 10 more luck. Again, do I want 5 attack speed with the small magazine? I kind of do. The 5 attack speed for 150 is obviously, and minus 6% damage is obviously terrible, but attack speed is the stat that scales our weapons the absolute most. So it's possible that we should just buy it anyways, and I think, in fact, I am going to do that, and then we'll take the damage here. Level 3 hammer, so that'll help level with our anvil. But I'm going to buy the bonus luck here, or I could buy the fish hook and try to lock these 2, and then there's a chance that we get Cursed Lucky Charm, Cursed Hammer. That would be even better. I'll talk about the math for the hammer with anvil. Which is thematic, by the way, too, that our anvil is upgrading our hammers, and, you know, I think there's a Longest John's song about that. And this way we have a chance of getting a cursed item, of course, because we lock the fish hook. I'm going to reroll here as well, and I'm actually just going to lock all of these items, and that gives us a very good chance of getting something cursed with fish hook. We, I think, are totally strong enough to be able to kill this elite without buying any of these items, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for max fish hook value there. This is a fairly hard elite for melee characters because it runs past you, so it's just hard to focus damage on it. You can see here I'm taking a lot of hits as I'm trying to keep my damage going on it. So I'm going to back off a little bit. We'll pick up a consumable here, and then we'll wander in, dodge its attacks as I regenerate. I'm going to go kill this loot alien as well for another heal off of the crate. But I didn't actually get it, but we should be able to kill the boss here. We got it. Loot alien ate a buff, unfortunately, so it might not actually die. If I could pin it in the corner here, there we go, then we'll be able to kill it. But when those get buffed, of course, their HP and move speed goes up, so they become much harder to kill. Happily just tanking damage here as I run around. Didn't quite manage to get that curse alien. Medkit, of course, we're going to take. Regeneration's like one of the only things that we care about at this point. Obviously, we keep reducing our luck, but we're still very happy with that. Spyglass, when we find it in a box like this, I think it will pay off this 21 reasonably fast, so we're going to grab it. I'll check the Spyglass in a couple waves, and we'll see how much we've gotten out of that, and then we'll take 10 attack speed, because we care about that very much. Unfortunately, none of my hammers were cursed, but we're still fine there. So, the level 3 hammer, so if I buy this and combine to a level 4, then we need, we basically gain 1 anvil tick. If I combine to level 2s and then buy a level 3, then we basically gain 4 anvil ticks. So we're better off going for lower level weapons. So we're going to combine here, and so this way we need 5, 6, 7 total to max out our weapons. If I had 2 level 3s and then 4 level 2s, or three level 3s and 3 level 2s, and a level 4, then we would need 6, 7, 8. So we gained 1 anvil tick by doing it this way. I think I counted that right. And anyways, this is the right way to do it, even if I happen to say the wrong numbers and all that. It's a little bit hard to keep track of the exact numbers when I'm sort of counting this in the moment. The banner here, we don't have anything, we don't have a coil or anything, so do I want 5 attack speed for 140, I think I do, and losing knockback is actually good for this character, because the knockback is kind of annoying. Not that 67 knockback is something we can actually do anything about. The hammer just has so much knockback. What did I get 27 knockback from? Hang on. Trying to remember what's giving us this knockback. Not entirely sure, actually. What item here? I'm sure I'm just missing something fairly obvious. What is giving me the knockback? Knight doesn't get bonus knockback. We don't have anything that is... Yeah, I'm a little confused there, actually, why we have 27 knockback. Hammer itself gives knockback now. Of course, I'm just totally not reading the weapon. Okay, that's fine. If we do get coil, then we'll get a lot of bonus damage off that. It didn't used to give knockback, so... I'm just remembering it pre-change. I'm still happy to take the banner there because we don't have a coil. So we're not scaling off of the knockback at all right now. But we are punting enemies across the map, and that is kind of funny. At this point with the med kit and our regeneration, let's kill this loot alien if we can. Got it. We're basically invincible. Not totally, but we can more or less run into enemies with complete impunity and just clear them as much as we possibly can. And you can see we're keeping up in money okay. This is because we found triple bag, so we're getting a lot of income from these crates. And then also we're able to kill these enemies faster because I ended up actually managing to boost my attack speed somewhat, which is quite difficult to do with this character, but very important, especially with this weapon. Energy bracelet, I guess we'll take 4 crit chance. No, we have negative 13 crit chance, so we're never getting there on crit chance. Same with that. Same, sadly, with the Greek fire. Doesn't do anything because we don't have any way to set enemies on fire. I could just take 12% damage. Our percent damage is actually kind of low, so I think I'm just going to do that. So here, currently these two take 2 anvil ticks, right? If I combine them and buy the level 2 hammer, it still takes 2 anvil ticks, so there's no point in doing that. Because then the level 2 would require 2 anvil ticks to upgrade to maximum, so there's just no point in buying this hammer at all. We will take the banner, though, especially because it got cursed. I could try to lock hammers to get them cursed, but I'm not that worried about it. I don't mind losing 2 melee damage for HP and regen, so we'll buy the schmoop here. And then Retrimation's hoodie, we currently have basically no dodge, but so this is be minus 80 range for 3% attack speed. Because we didn't end up finding that much to increase our dodge. I think we're going to pass on the hoodie here. We could buy it in the anticipation of finding more dodge, but the minus range is actually a real consideration for this weapon, which is quite short-ranged. So we're going to pass on that. Here I will just take 30 damage for minus 1.5 attack speed, though, because that's a big boost to our damage output. And then, yeah, we'll lock a fishhook. Let's go ahead and lock a pearl. If we get a cursed pearl, that could be pretty fun as well. Gonna drink some water here. Killing these cursed enemies for extra income. The hammer just punting everything across the screen. I totally forgot that it did that with the bonus knockback. But it is very funny. Kind of bad when we're trying to kill a loot alien or something, but very, very funny. It also makes these, the stargazers get to their houses faster, and if I knock them in the wrong direction. Of course, it can help me push them away from their houses, but that's going to happen less often, because I don't want to run near the towers, since that's going to spawn mini-bosses, and we're trying to stop that from happening. Managed to kill a decent number of curse aliens there, but of course we could have done better. We'll take the tree here. We're recycling statue. Our move speed is fine, so I'm going to reroll here, and I'll just take 3 armor, of course. First fishhook, great. Let's buy the pearl anyways, just because I think this item's so much fun, and at this point we can get a little crazier with what we're buying. We'll take the helmet and the cyber ball, and then reroll, and I'll lock a propeller hat. I'm gonna roll again and see if there's anything else here that I can lock and potentially curse. Locking the hammer, we won't buy it if it doesn't get cursed because of the anvil thing I just talked about, but if it does, then we're happy to just purchase that and get a cursed hammer. And with 1 normal fishhook, 1 cursed fishhook, there's a decent chance that it gets cursed. Knight is probably the best character for hammer because you get so much free damage that you just one-shot things, and the bonus knockback doesn't have a chance to hurt you. Of course, if we get coil, then we get tons of % damage out of the bonus knockback, so there are ways that the knockback can be an advantage, but knockback in this game is usually just a downside. You could also potentially scale it with, if you buy a lot of hammers for bonus knockback, and then use structures, then the structures can pull enemies away from you. Because we are just pounding things across the map, which is very funny. We don't care about elemental damage. Let's reroll here, and we'll take 2 more armor. Unfortunately, the hammer didn't get cursed, but we got the warrior helmet and the propeller hat cursed, so we're happy enough with that. Then we'll reroll. We'll take a cursed alien tongue. Broken mouth, I'm fine on HP, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then here, let's lock a hammer. Cursed mirror would be nice as well. I'm going to buy the weird food and then reroll and see if there's anything else I can lock. Nothing else that we can buy, so we are going to fight the elite here. This should be a pretty fast elite kill, because our damage is very high. I will say, knockback isn't very good, typically, but on this character, it's hilarious, because we're just punting enemies into space. Kill that loot alien. Break that tree. Oops. I annoyed that stargazer. No. That knockback cost me the loot alien kill because it got punched across the map, and obviously we'd have killed it if we'd been able to hit it 1 more time. So that's one example of knockback being a real downside. I'm going to take 20 melee damage and 5 regen, though. We'll take the mammoth here. And Pocket Factory is just fun, so we'll grab that. More movement speed, yes. And 5% attack speed, good enough. So with the Cursed Mirror, so here's a fun thing with Cursed Mirror. We can buy the Cursed Mirror, and then it duplicates the next item that we get from the shop. But it has this minus discount until the Cursed Mirror effect actually goes off. It can't duplicate unique items, and it can't duplicate weapons. So we can buy our weapons and things like Recycling Machine and Stone Skin cheaper when we have the Cursed Mirror until we actually buy something to duplicate. So do I actually want these items is another question. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and buy the Cursed Hammer. It's going to get boosted by our anvil. You can see here it is identical to the level 4 hammer in terms of its damage output, but a little lower in terms of its a little worse in terms of its cooldowns. But once it gets leveled up, it's going to be better. I don't really actually want either of these items, even with the discount from the mirror, so we're going to pass on them, but it's worth noting that that's how it works. And then here I'm going to take the hammer, again, discounted because of the cursed mirror, and we'll level that up. Now we only need 1 anvil tick to get a cursed level 4 hammer. And then I probably could just mirror the trees here. Yeah, let's just do that. We do lose out on the discount and everything, but double tree is good enough to grab. And then we'll take this. This hammer I'm going to lock because it potentially could get cursed. I guess the ball and chain is never going to cost us anything on this character either, so I'll just lock all of these and see if any of them get cursed as well. Ball and chain doesn't cost us, of course, because our weapons don't attack that fast anyways. I guess even if the level 2 hammer gets cursed, unless we get a good roll on its cursed stats, it's going to be worse than the level 4. As we saw, our current level 2 cursed hammer was worse than a level 4 non-cursed. So there's a chance we won't actually sell a hammer for the cursed one. I did pass on a lumberjack shirt at some point, and then we bought Pocket Factory, so obviously Pocket Factory is more efficient if you have lumberjack shirt. Not that it really matters for this character. And black belt, I'm gonna yeah, I guess I'll take the -8 luck. We'll grab this. We'll take 15 attack speed or 7.5 attack speed, and then 4 armor. Excellent. And then the ball and chain didn't get cursed, but the hammer did. So that's 508 versus 574. So the level 4 hammer is actually quite a bit better than the level 2 hammer here, because the base weapon damage is so much higher. So since we're not going endless, I'm just going to pass on the cursed hammer. If we were going endless, then obviously you'd buy this and you'd get it upgraded with your anvil and everything, so it would be great. But we're just going to buy this and this, and I will reroll and see if we can get other stuff that makes us stronger. This, of course, we would try to lock in curse as well if we were going endless. We're no longer upgrading or recycling our weapons, so you know what? Now is Not's time to shine. We're going to go ahead and grab it, and then we will take a pearl just for fun, and go to wave 20 and try to kill the bosses as quick as possible. Typically, you want to fight the whale boss before the snake boss, because it's the more dangerous of the two, but this character is strong enough, I just ran for the first one that I saw. Taking a few hits here and there, but that's just in the interest of speeding up our clear speed. And there we go, that's Knight with hammers, and we were able to hammer our way through the abyss, and that was, I would say, a very clean run, aided in part by our 1,000 bonus materials that we got from these bags. Having the whistle helped a lot. We got a lot of loot alien spawns in this map as well. We got only 3 items from Treasure Map. I'm actually quite disappointed in how this performed, because we did have a mid-game, a bit in the mid-game where we weren't getting lucky on crates. I didn't end up getting as much luck as I'd have liked, of course, and we talked about that during the run, so we had fewer crates than we expected to, which is why the bags only got 1,000. Obviously, 1,000 is still a lot, but you would normally expect to see bag do even better than that when you get 3 this early. And the Treasure Map, while still performing excellently, right, this is a lure and a half, the fact that it gave us 3 items, underperformed relative to what I was expecting it to do, because we got a little unlucky on crate drops. Anvil didn't give us any armor, but upgraded all our weapons, and so gave us something like 3,000 materials for free, just upgrading all those weapons to maximum. The fish hooks, I really wish it told you how many items it had cursed, but I think we got the warrior helmet, propeller hat, and turret cursed off the fish hooks. Maybe a couple other things. Oh yeah, the lucky charm. So the fish hooks ended up being reasonable. Pearls were not great, but 9% damage for each of these is totally fine. And spyglass was the other one I wanted to check. 118 materials saved because of a bunch of rerolls later on. So the spyglass ended up working out pretty well. Now, a bunch of those were wave 19. I should have checked it a few waves earlier just to see how long it took to pay off, but when you find spyglass in a box, it will usually pay off. If we had bought the Spyglass, it would have cost us 80 and saved us 120, which would not have been worth it, which is why I usually recommend against buying Spyglass when you see it in the shop, because it takes a long time to pay off and doesn't give you enough more materials back than it costs to be worth making your character weaker early. But when you find it in a box like this, we got 5 times as many materials as we spent on it, so it obviously worked out very well. Alright, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this run with the Knight. That's 10 out of 10 on the random runs, so feeling pretty happy with that, but we'll be back and see if I can keep this win streak alive. We still haven't gotten some of the harder characters or wackier weapon sets yet, so I'm expecting to see some losses when inevitably we start rolling some of those. As always, of course, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato videos and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.